90 minutes. Very long time. But please enjoy Korean culture and history with me. 1.5 hours. Young man.
Yes.
Korean history, even the mindset of the Korean people. Let me tell you four thoughts. Four thoughts. These four thoughts very important. These four thoughts made a big difference in the formation of Korean cultural history. First, shamanism. Do you know shamanism?
I know.
Shaman, no problem. Just remember, shamanism. Shamanism. Next, Buddhism. Do you know Buddhism? Are you from India? Oh yes, Indian origin. Buddhism. Confucianism. Any Chinese you from? Yeah? Chinese origin. Confucianism. 3. Finally, Christianity. 4. As you know, the largest religion of Korea today, Christianity. Almost 30% of Korean peoples, Christian, Protestant, and Catholics, nearly half and half. Today, you will see, first, the two prides of Korean people, two prides. Korean people very proud of these two methods. First, Korean alphabet. Have you heard of that? Korean alphabet. Hangul. Next, another pride, Korean printing technology. You know printing? Printing. P-R-I-N-T-I-N-G. Printing. Two very important. So please. And the principles of Hangul creation. Actually speaking, we Koreans did not have our own written language until the 15th century. 15th century. No written language. We Korean used Chinese characters. You know, Chinese characters, ideographics, or pictographs. Chinese characters, we have to memorize at least 1,000 Chinese characters, which required several years of concentration and much money. Am I right? More than 90% of Korean people illiterate. No time, no money. A very famous king, Sejong the Great, realized the need of a new alphabet to suit his people. The king invented 28 phonetic symbols. Let me repeat, please. Phonetic symbols. 28 symbols in 1446. Please remember, invent means very logical, scientific, even easy to learn. You are very clever student. If you pay attention, only 15 minutes, you can read Korean sentences. Because it's very easy to learn. I am very positive. There are 5 basic consonants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 basic consonants were modeled after the shapes and positions of the speech organs, such as the tongue, palate, and throat, in uttering the sound. Based on the study of sound production, the first, this sound, English G, G. Why don't you try G? Yeah. When you pronounce G, please imagine the shape of your tongue. Can you imagine the shape of your tongue? Can you imagine the shape of your tongue? Your tongue makes this shape. So this comes from the shape of your tongue when you pronounce G. If a stroke added to this K, as well. Next, a lingual consonant, N, similar to English and N. When you pronounce N, the tip of your tongue touches your upper inner gum and makes this shape. Logical? Yes. Third, square, a labial consonant, labial. When you pronounce your lips make a square. The fourth, a dental consonant. Yeah. When you pronounce your teeth make this. The last, a circle. Sound, ng. When you pronounce the horizontal section of your vocal cord makes a circle, anatomy. And the other consonants comes from these 5 basic consonants by adding 1 or 2 strokes depending on sound of the letter. Also, the vowels, 11 vowels. Can you see that the 3 items or points? Horizontal line, a vertical line, human. These 3 sides were modified to create the 11 vowel sounds. So, one characteristic, one letter has 1 sound only. One letter has 1 sound only, no variation at all. Therefore, very easy to learn. Today, 99% of Korean people literate. 99%. Less than 1% illiterate. Thanks. King Sejong the Great. Awesome. Next, Korean printing technology. Would you read this one?
The world's oldest extant metal type print.
Chik-chik, the name of this book. Chik-chik, the name of the book. Also, please quick read this one. The book. Collection of the National Library of France. Published in 1377 using metal type. Korean temple listed on the UNESCO Map of the World Register in 2001. Can you follow me? That means the world's first book printed with metal type, printed in Korea. Yeah? Have you heard of that? You heard of that?
I heard of that.
Are you Chinese?
I'm Korean.
Okay. Please look at this one. You are looking very important. You are Chinese. Can you read the Chinese characters?
No.
No problem. Please look. This very first. This one. So very important. According to Chinese historical record, a Chinese man invented movable clay type for the first time in the world in the 12th century during the Chinese Song Dynasty. Another Chinese man invented movable wooden types, W-O-O-D, wooden types, for the first time in the world during the 13th century Chinese Yuan dynasty. On the basis of these two new modes of Chinese movable printing technology, we Koreans invented movable metal type for the first time in the world. The evidence, this book, now in France, printed in Korea with movable metal type. Also, this metal type. I told you maybe because unfortunately we don't know exactly when and where it was made. Just we found two metal types from an ancient tomb. The tomb was built during the Goryeo dynasty. Have you heard of the Goryeo dynasty? No problem. Goryeo dynasty ruled the Korean peninsula until the 14th century. 14th century. That means this metal type was made before the 14th century. Therefore, the world's oldest movable metal type so far is a very important metal type. We found the two metal types from the two. This is one of the two, real one. Please guess, where is the other one? Why not? Come on. Good guess. Do you know North Korea?
Yeah.
Do you know North Korea? Pyongyang. We Korean friendly shared the two metal types, one in Seoul, one in Pyongyang. Two prides of Korean people. First, Korean alphabet. Second, Korean painting technology. Next, I'll show you a masterpiece of Korean people. A masterpiece. Please remember shamanism, Buddhism, Confucianism, and Christianity. You are looking a masterpiece of Korea. You know, a gold crown.
Yeah, gold.
Gold crown. 1,500 years old.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Please come this direction, this way. You can have a better view of this. Much better. This beautiful gold crown has many values. Aesthetic, historical, practical, symbolic values. We will find out the value. First, very beautiful, as you can see. Very beautiful. You can appreciate the marvelous gold craftsmanship of Korean workers 1,500 years ago. Beautiful, isn't it? Also, this gold crown was not for the living king but for the dead king, a kind of funerary gifts. Do you know funerary gifts? Buried with the deceased, present to the deceased, not for daily use. Also, symbolic. This gold crown has 5 upright ornaments. 5. From 3, from my direction, from 3 looks like trees. T-R-E-E, trees. Am I right? Rear 2, antlers. Do you know antlers? Horns of deer. According to study of this crown, the trees and antlers symbolize the intermediary power of the king connecting heaven and man. Shamanic power. Do you know shamanism?
Yes.
Before introduction of Buddhism, this crown was made under the influence of shamanism. And this crown, please come close and look. Do you know jade? Jade. The blue stone. The comma-shaped blue stone. Jade. Comma-shaped jade. Hanging from the upright stand headband. Resemble fetus. Do you know fetus?
I have a question. So
Yes, please.
this wasn't for daily use, so it was only